This is absolute madness. How tall will these crops get in here? Hey folks, Curtis Stone, the urban farmer, or not so urban farmer these days. I wanted to show you my cucumber, beans, and tomatoes because they are getting insane. So we're in my passive solar greenhouse right now. This became operational in about late March, early April, where the climate battery was running and everything. But we're in this greenhouse. Just a little bit quick more on this greenhouse. We are in a fairly large, about 1,000 square foot passive solar greenhouse right now on my off-grid property of 40 acres. And instead of building a house at first, I built a greenhouse because that's how I roll. But anyways, we're in this greenhouse right now. And it's a summer day. It's fairly hot out, but it's actually about the same temperature outside as it is in here. In fact, it's actually 2 degrees cooler because we're getting into afternoon right now, and this big western wall gets shaded in the afternoon. So there's actually becoming pockets of shade in here, and it's actually cooler. And I've got this kick-ass ventilation system up top, which is on gas chamber levers that open when it gets hot. And so right where I stand right now, I'm standing up against these windows and they're all open. So they're sucking in there's a natural convection happening. Cool air is coming in and I can feel it right where I stand, and it's getting heated as it goes and it gets sucked out, but it also draws all the other hot air out. Anyways, so I've got these cucumber and bean crops and tomato crops that have been in here since this greenhouse became operational. I planted these, so they're about, what would that be? I think they were transplanted in maybe mid to late April. So May, June. These are about 3 months old right now. And I want to let you guys know, I haven't measured it yet myself, but we're going to figure out how tall these crops go, and are they going to keep growing? All right, I got a measuring tape up there, and if you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you do, and share it with your friends. I post most of my content on a site called FromTheField.tv. That's a membership site. That's where I post all my long form, all my vlogging of my homestead build. It's all there. Check it out if you're interested. Okay, so we're up here on the deck. So the cool thing about this greenhouse is I verticalized the whole space, and I created the nursery portion up top, and this connects into my garage and my messy office. But so I grow all my nursery stuff up here, meaning all the down below is for crops. And I'm standing on this deck, and I think it's 8 feet high or so, but we'll measure it. I'm going to run a tape from these purlins here that I've put in. We have these on this greenhouse. We have these. They're called collar ties that kind of connect the rafters to the building. It's just a stabilizing factor, but they're actually very useful because I can hang things from them. And I've put in these other purlins, which is just 2x4 material with baler's twine attached, and I can trellis a lot of stuff. Up to the top, I believe we are 30-something feet. It's quite high. And here, I'm gonna guess we're like 15 feet, but let's measure and find out. All right, so I'm just gonna throw this measuring tape up here, and then we'll lower it down to the bottom and see how long these crops are. And I would say, so this is my bean crop. I mean, this could keep growing. Like, I feel like it's already 18 inches reaching from the top. I feel like I could string this right up to the top of the rafters to the ventilation fan, or the vents, and it would just keep going. All right, let's see. So the height of these purlins to the ground is, 15 feet. I was bang on. So they're 15 feet tall now. I would guess there's no problem that those would just keep growing. Now let's check out the other stuff. So cukes are coming good. These are what are they called? Suyo long cucumber. And one of them is like an Armenian one. Anyways, this guy here is definitely the tallest. He's about a foot from the top. So that makes this guy 14 feet. This one here, same variety, couple feet shorter. This one here, what is that one? Have we harvested all that one? It looks like we got some new ones coming along here though. So, I mean, I would say these could probably make, before the season or before things really slow down, they'd make it halfway up there. And I'm starting a new crop of cucumbers now, actually, that we want to push into winter. And I might put those back down there. I had some cukes here, but I think I under-fertilized, or they just didn't do very well. It might have been a crappy seed variety, but I'm going to probably start some more there. What I can also do in this greenhouse is I have this bed underneath, which is only useful on the shoulder seasons because in the summertime the sun's too high and it doesn't get light on it. But in the shoulder seasons, it'll have light on it. This will have light on it for almost 8 months. So I could start some cucumbers in there too, and I could also. That's why I put this purlin right above my railing here. Is I could run things right down into that bed. And that's what I plan to do. So this will be kind of like a tunnel of greenery when you walk in here in the wintertime. Now over to the tomatoes. They're coming along. In fact, I can kind of reach through well, this isn't a railing. It's actually a truss. But it's kind of a railing. I can reach through here and twist this guy. Just move the camera there for a second and twist that guy. Pull off that sucker branch. And yeah, this is I believe this is a San Marzano. And it's looking about 10 feet tall right now. And it looks like it can keep going. I mean, the great thing about this greenhouse is that it will never freeze in here. The climate battery in this greenhouse is so deep. Concrete, 3 inches of insulation, packed with sand. And it's just it just stays ambiently warm in here. Now that this climate battery is fully operational, this greenhouse will never go below freezing. It would take years of not running for that to happen. But as long as you can run it every summer and heat up this climate battery, this thing is going to stay always somewhat warm. But we will have heat in here too. We're going to have a forced air unit that's going to be powered by hydronics from a wood boiler. So yeah, that's those crops. How tall do you think they'll make it? Leave it in the comments. See you in the next one.